What's up, everybody? Welcome back into the Ride Life podcast here. Episode 83, I think, and we got a good show tonight. We are balls deep in chain drives over here at the Ride Life podcast, so I don't know. What's up, Ethan? How you been?
Balls deep in chain drives, for sure.
Yep. Hell yeah. So we'll talk a little chain drives tonight. We got some other stuff we're going to talk about, but should be a good show, so sit back and enjoy the chitter-chatter of the motorcycle talk. Right?
Right.
Right.
So doing the Dyna, I see you got it all done. You were all second-guessing yourself.
Yeah, so all right, we'll start off with my chain drive. So Saturday, a couple people came over. I started ripping it apart. I got the gaskets. I got all the sockets I needed, all the specialty sockets, pullers, everything I needed. We'll talk about that too, because the puller, the race puller, had a little problem with that. But other than that, everything went smooth, except so we got all apart, and then. With the inner primary, I wanted to change out the inner primary bearing. I wanted to upgrade it to the one-piece bearing. So I was pounding out that bearing, and the starter jack shaft like just fell out of the inner primary. So we didn't really know how it went back together. So we kind of trial and error putting that back together. But we got it right. It starts.
Well, that's all that matters at the end.
Yeah, but yeah,
as long as it keeps starting.
Exactly. So we put the spring. You know how it's like spring loaded, so it comes out onto the flywheel. So I think we had the spring in the wrong spot, so it wasn't coming out every time. So, but we figured it out.
Well, that's good.
My buddy Cody, he knew something was wrong. We just couldn't figure it out right away. So, but we figured it out. That's what we do in the garage.
So,
figure shit out.
What ratio did you go with? What front sprocket, rear sprocket?
22-51, I think. So I think 48 is like stock rear sprocket. So 51 should give me a little bit of low end, a little better wheelies, and still be able to cruise my average 120 miles an hour on the highway.
Right.
No. I'm not a fast highway rider.
No. So you had it apart, did you check anything else?
Yeah. My stator looked good. I checked that. All the other seals, they look good. Nothing else was leaking, so I cleaned it all up. Put it back together, and yeah.
How about wheel bearings?
Well, I didn't check those. You check your wheel bearings every time you pull your wheel off?
Well, I kind of did. So I'm really weird about it because, so I always say that there's one thing I can't change on the side of the road, and that's a wheel bearing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I am not changing a wheel bearing on the side of the road, and if one goes bad, you know, I mean, it could be catastrophic. I mean, if it really blows out, you know, I mean.
I've never had a wheel bearing go bad. So what happens? Does it seize up? Does it like?
I mean, I've seen on the older ones where they fall apart and stuff, and I'm so anal about it. And then this last summer, I did that trip with Blanca, and we did, I don't know, it's like 3,500 miles, went up through the UP and stuff, and we're coming across Wisconsin, and I mean, there's nothing. We're 110 miles away from the hotel, and all of a sudden I hear something, and I mean, and I pull over, and I'm checking my fender to make sure my fender's not rubbing, and anyways, it ended up being a wheel bearing. And after I hit that deer last year, that the wheel bearings are the only thing I didn't change on that front end, or, you know, at least check out.
Yep.
And I'm like, you know, of all people for this to happen to, but on the road, you know, I mean, so in my garage, that's a $50 part. but on the road that was a $400 change, you know. So I mean, I just every other tire change, I do wheel bearings. I do Harley wheel bearings, $50.
Jesus Christ!
Just
If I did wheel bearings every tire change, I'd be going through some bearings.
That's hilarious. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm actually getting some miles out of them, but you know, so I mean,
Hey.
I'm getting, I don't know, maybe 16,000 miles. You know, 14.
All right, all right. So
So
educate me a little bit. So I have older bikes. So my FXR's got the obviously like the Timken bearings, so the old school. You got to pack them and do all that shit. So I've done that. You got to get the end play right and everything. And then the O3 has just the sealed bearings. Is that still what they run on those newer bikes? The sealed bearing?
I believe so. I believe it's the same. I mean, other than it has the anti-lock brake, that bearing in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
But
because
I
it's a
mean,
bearing and sensor all the same, right?
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Okay.
I mean, I believe it's the same bearing because so like I'm switching on my Softail. I got rid of all my anti-lock brakes, so
Yeah.
um, I'm not running it in the front. I'm still running the sensor in the back because that's for your speedometer and for your cruise control and all that. To keep all that, you have to have it. So
Yep. Well, that's another
uh,
thing too. I remember you asked me like why stunt riders don't run new bikes. Well, that's another ABS. Nobody wants to deal with ABS on a stunt bike.
right, right.
So
Well, it's so that you know, there's just ways of getting around it without. I mean, I don't. So I do have a light on my bike, and I thought that I could get rid of it, but I can't. It don't bother me. I don't care. Whatever.
yeah, well,
Um,
just take the bulb right out.
right. I yeah. Well, I mean, on an old gauge, that would be an option. But
Yeah.
so
Hey,
have you ever looked at like ceramic or not? What is it? Yeah, ceramic bearings versus the
nope.
steel ball bearings.
I've never even heard of ceramic bearings.
So you so the only place I've really seen them is at Brock's. I mean, Brock's just seems to be like the high performance place to go to, you
It,
know. Um, but so interesting fact, just because I was actually looking at it this week, um, the ceramic bearings will hold up to like 2,000 degrees, and and a steel bearing will hold up to 300 degrees.
really? Holy shit, that's a big difference.
And they say that they last 3 to 5 times longer. Now, when you say that, I still don't. I mean, there's the old timers used to give me hell all the time because I changed my bearings all the time, and they're like, "Oh, you should get 75,000 miles out of a set of wheel bearings." Well, I mean, I my thing is just fix it before it's a problem, and um,
Well,
I
that's like
mean,
those new bearings, the steel bearings. I don't think they're serviceable. So,
no, they're
like
not.
the old Timken bearings, you could take them apart, re-grease them, repack them, and they would last 75,000 miles if you took good maintenance to them. So I don't know.
Right, and if you knew how to set them up right.
Yeah, the end plays huge.
Right.
I bought when I was doing my FXR. I put the 9 spokes back on it after I painted them, and I was putting new bearings in. So I got the bearing seal, the bearing driver. I got I don't know what it's called now. It's that little machine that measures the end play. You know what that is? It's like
Hmm.
I don't even. I forget what the name of
It's a
it's called.
machine?
No, it's a tool.
Oh.
That measures the end play. Like you put the little point of the tool onto the bearing,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you can So
Yes, a dial indicator.
yes, that's what it is. Yeah, so I bought one of
Yeah.
those, and I set the end play perfect on the FXR wheels, and it real great. So yeah, that's that.
So did you check your um, run out on your motor when you had that apart, just on that side?
No, I don't even know how to, I don't know how to do that.
Well, I mean, use your dial indicator.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, you could use it for the run out for that. So I would check
Yep.
that on the. Would I check that on the main shaft?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
So I
I know I did.
believe I believe that you do it out at the end.
Yep.
Um, toward the end of the shaft.
Huh.
I believe that's how you. I just haven't watched how you do it in so long. Here again, YouTube.
Yeah.
It's not. um,
So yeah. Well, so I got my chain kit through Vulcan Motorworks, right?
yep.
And I got the big spacer that goes behind the front sprocket on the
Yep.
main shaft, so it offsets the front sprocket. Like it was funny because I saw that and I had no clue what it was. Like, where the hell does this go? And then my buddy showed me. Goes there, pulled out the old one, put in that one. But
So it runs a spacer behind it instead of just an offset sprocket.
yes, yeah, Vulcan. They run straight sprockets. The rear sprocket has no dish to it, and the front sprocket's just a straight, thin, 22 tooth sprocket. So
Huh.
yeah, so
I
the spacer goes behind it, and then yeah.
I don't even know what the. I'm not sure what the pros and cons are of it. I've never. I mean, so mine's dish, so it's offset, just
Yeah.
to work with my setup. And
I mean, I don't really think there's any pros or cons. I think it's just different design.
yeah,
It's pretty tried and true though. So, other than that, everything went pretty smooth. I had my torque wrenches out. I had everything laid out. I had everything laid out on my little table. All the tools that I was gonna need. I had made this cardboard piece. I drew my outer primary. I drew my inner primary, and I put the sequence.
right.
How to put them back together. I wrote down the torque specs for them all, so that went pretty smooth.
Well, you just had the four. You had the 4 bolts in the front that are long, right? 4 bolts in the front that are long, and then the rest of them are
no,
all the same.
no,
On
it
for
was
your outer.
yeah for
I'm
the
talking for
outer.
your outer. Yeah.
It was different. I had some long ones on the top right were long. I don't know, they were different. I originally thought yes, the four on the corner, the front corner were long, and the rest of them were
Right.
short. But that wasn't the case. So I was kind of glad I made up that little cardboard thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I always kind of kick myself for not doing that.
Yeah, that made it easy.
Right.
Had all my Loctite out. I'm going to mention one tool, one kit right now. We've talked about this. I think you're the one that prompted me to even buy it, and it's the thread chaser kit from Vavor.
Yes.
Dude,
Yeah.
I have used that kit. I mean, I've only had it for a month, and I've used it every single time I'm out working on that bike or a friend's bike. I've used it, and I've cleaned out threads and chased the threads, and just oh my god, it's great. I love it.
And everything goes back together so much easier and nicer.
So much easier. So for example, I'll give you a little example. My buddy, he bought a 2003 lowrider. It's that silver one.
Yep.
I did a video on it. It's
Oh
on
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah.
Yeah, silver and black, 100th anniversary.
My
So when
favorite.
the thing is sick. I love it. So when he first got it, it had like a hiccup to it, almost like an intake leak. And so I was looking at it, and I was looking at the carb. It's a brand new Mikuni, so they had just put this Mikuni on, and I happened to just touch the air cleaner, and it was loose, shaking back and forth. Right. So so the two breather bolts that go into the cylinder head.
Yeah.
So the right side, it was tight, but it wasn't closing up the gap. It wasn't, making a good seal.
Right.
So I pulled that out, took out the thread chaser, chased that thread, chased it out back and forth, cleaned it out, blew it out, back and forth with the thread chaser, and now that breather bolt goes right back in, bottoms out, everything's tight, bike runs so much better now. It's
So what? It
amazing
was
what.
just it had a bunch of Loctite in the bottom of it or something that was holding it out, and
Yeah, Loctite
yeah,
or who knows what the hell was in there? Dirt, grime, you
right.
know. So yeah, I
Because
chased it and
is that actually a breather bolt on that on the old on the early style twin cam?
yep, yeah, it's a breathable.
Okay,
It's the center of it's drilled out. So
right.
and then like the way the Harley has it, so those two breather bolts come along and it's like a little tube comes back underneath and it sits on the bottom of your air cleaner, so that any oil that comes out of it circulates down to the bottom of the air cleaner and then it gets sucked back into the motor.
Oh,
It's
that's awesome.
great design. Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I got the gold chain. You got to get the gold chain.
Yep, yep.
And
Put out the money.
yeah, and I don't know why. Might be just be me, but the Master Link, I don't like those rivet style Master Links where you got to have the tool and you mushroom out the leg.
Right.
I don't know. I like the traditional
Clip on.
clip on ones. So, but that was
I mean, I've never had one come apart, but I mean, there's got to be. I mean, you would figure that much torque and stuff on. I realize on a dirt bike, but I mean, when you think about a dirt bike, you got to remember. I mean, a YZ250 or RM250, they're only doing what 30 horsepower. I mean, this
yeah.
is. I mean, you're talking a huge difference between and it's 250 pounds versus 600 pounds and 100 horsepower.
Yeah. So what are you saying? You saying you like the rivet style or you like the traditional clip?
I don't know. I bought a rivet style. I've never done one before, so I've
Okay.
um, other than my shovel head, my Harleys have always had belts,
Oh, okay.
and I have broke belts.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's what I was kind of
um,
worried about. I was like, this belt's it's a 03, 2026, so it's a 23-year-old belt that's probably been the bike only has 17,000 miles on it. It was probably driven by, Nancy just around, cruising around.
Nancy. Well, at least you know Nancy's the one that owned the bike before you. Okay, so
Well,
just saying.
and I think Nancy was like 4'11" because the Carlini bars that she had on that thing I couldn't even ride it. They were at my knees. It was pretty funny.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But, yeah. So anyways, I got the clip style, which is a son of a bitch to put on, by the way.
The clip style, for the chain.
Master Link. Yeah, the Master Link, because you got the O-rings. You got to put the little O-rings
Right.
on. Then you
Right.
put the main piece on, and then you got to squeeze them together to get that clip on there into the little grooves. And God damn, it was a pain in the balls.
Okay, so hold on. So you did
God.
buy the. So I guess I was reading you wrong here. So you put the clip on your bike.
Yes. I don't like the rivet style one. I don't feel comfortable with that one. I don't know why. It's probably, in theory, it's probably the better way to go. But
Right.
in my dumb little head, I just feel like the clip is better.
Well, I mean, if I was stuck wearing a tie every day, I would wear a clip on. I mean, just say it.
Can you tie a tie?
I can.
Okay, all right, you're better than me. I had to put a tie on for, I forget where I went. So I'm holding my phone on YouTube, how to tie a tie, and I'm like, what? I think I did the Windsor lock tie. I think the knot, whatever it's called.
So speaking of belts,
Yep.
you cut your belt off, correct?
Yes.
Okay, because I haven't cut mine off yet, and I'm figuring I'm gonna cut it, but my bike's a 2018 and it's got some miles, so
Yep.
I'm like nobody's gonna want this belt. But I
Well-
watched I watched a guy on YouTube this weekend, that off-wheat garage
Yep.
with a 2024 Road Glide, and I'm thinking somebody would want that belt. So I didn't look up the Harley price, but I know that S&S they were like 259. There was so I mean you have to figure if S&S wants 259, Harley probably wants 350,
Yeah.
400.
I've never priced out a belt, especially for a new bike. Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, if you plan on selling it, or what are you gonna do with it?
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, at that point, why wouldn't you? I mean, recoup some of your money.
Or just keep it for a spare in case your buddy breaks one, and
Yeah, yeah. His best friend there has the same bike,
yeah, he does with a bunch of
and
Amazon pots on it.
well, I mean, so I've there is a huge there's some parts that I definitely buy the name brand, and some parts I just don't mind buying cheaper. It just they don't matter, and
Yeah, I'm starting to
you know, and
realize that.
and a lot of the parts, a lot of the parts that I'm getting, uh, let's say that front fairing. I have the TCMT fairing, and it's a third of the price of the Advent Black, which means you know it's probably at what a who knows, maybe a quarter of the price of the Harley. Even if it's probably even more than that. But um, man, that thing it looks good. I mean, you couldn't tell that it was from TCMT. That nobody makes a I knew that nobody was going to make a bracket that was going to fit my. So they make a bracket that fits my frame. I didn't want I didn't want my fairing hooked to my gas tank. Um, I am I work on my bike all the time, and a lot of times I pull that gas tank off just to get it out of the way, and um, that all the brackets go up and they go around the fairing or the gas tank, and they use
Mhm.
that main front gas tank bolt, and I'm like that just don't work for me. I don't want that. So I basically made my own bracket, and then I know you didn't see it, but that wheelie I did at your house, and it scared
I,
me, and I come down. I mean, I put that thing down so hard, and I knew I did something. When I pulled it off, I had a couple of my mounts were broken,
really?
and
Yeah, I
yep.
wish I
But
wish I saw that.
I epoxied it. I spent one day out here just epoxying uh, all the mounts. I put epoxy on all of them and just reinforced all of them. But I mean, I've heard guys doing the same thing with the Harley and the Advent Black one. I just don't. The things I've got from TCMT, I don't expect it to be a Harley part.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's nothing I'm getting that's going to be a Harley part besides a Harley part.
Yeah.
Um,
Does Harley offer the ST fairing?
yes, they do now.
Oh, they
So
do
it
now.
used
Okay.
to be when they first came out, you had to have a VIN number in order to get
Oh,
a fairing.
yeah.
And so, yeah, I've run a bunch of that TCMT stuff. It don't bother me a bit.
Yeah. It,
And
it it's funny.
I'm not I'm not trying to buy like foot pegs, I mean, stuff that like my life depends on. Uh, what's the other company there? I can't even think of the name. I they have some little things that you can buy through them that is usually a good deal. Um, God, I can't even think of the name of it
Pazoma.
now. Pazoma, yes.
Yes.
Um, but you get their windshield bushings for the ST. You buy a whole set of them, and I think it's like $15. And so I mean, I'll buy two sets, and I mean, so you get the full rubber grommet and everything. Um, it's it's hands. I mean, I think they're like $10 a piece at from Harley,
Yeah.
and um, and they're heavy duty. They've I've put them in. I've never had one split or break, and so
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
there's stuff like that. Like my buddy swears by the Amazon fork seals. He loves them. He rips wheelies, comes down. He's never had a leak with them. So there's some things that like that you can buy. But all right, I still want to get back to the chain drive situation. But now you're talking. Now that you're talking about fairings, so I got the Saddleman mini fairing on my FXR.
yeah,
So if you buy that Saddleman mini fairing for a Dyna, it mounts the same way you're talking about. It mounts to the tank bolt, the front tank bolt, and
right
and there's a bracket that goes. I
down
think
to
it
the
goes
bottom of the frame.
exactly. It goes to where where
Yep,
your crash bar would attach,
right.
right? So
Yep,
with an FXR, they send you the neck piece, the main mount, and it goes to my frame. It goes to the neck of my frame because all FXR frames have the 4 holes for an
for
FXRT fairing.
is that
Did you?
so?
Yeah.
That probably would have been a question that would come up sooner or later because I thought that there was, I thought that was special with the FXRTs that they had them holes, but it, I thought that I didn't think all of them had them.
Well, all right. So mine's an FXRS and it has them. I believe after I'm going to get this wrong. Maybe 1984 or 85. After that, they all had them. So before that, only the touring bikes, only the FXRT Ps had it.
Okay,
But after a certain year, all the FXRs had those 4 holes on the neck for the frame for the fairing. So
so then
anyways,
I go ahead.
no. So I was just gonna say. So anyways, my bike, that Saddleman, they send that mount. And it mounts to those 4 points, but it was loose as, it was like it was still wobbly, and I didn't like it. So I made some mounts to go from the bottom left and the bottom right, and it goes into I don't know what I tie those into. I think I actually tied them back into the mount, into the main mount. I'll have to show you when you come out for the barbecue.
So what you made something that goes all the way back down or all the way forward?
It goes a little bit forward.
Okay,
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I made it go right back to the frame, the neck of the frame. So I just put a little longer bolt than the bottom ones, and that's where that's where it mounts to. But it firmed it up. Like I haven't ridden it yet, but just by touch, I can tell it's going to be a lot firmer. Because I'm like
right.
you, I don't like shit shaking around on my bike.
No, neither do I.
No, so I know.
That those bags, the bags.
Yeah. But they look good. You got to keep those. You can't be putting those Leather Pros or whatever the hell, all those chopper, whatever the hell bags you had on there, Hogworks, whatever they were.
Oh yeah. Those, yeah.
You got to
Speaking
keep
of
the
which,
Viking bags.
I sold those.
Oh, you did?
That was yes, I did, and that I hate selling stuff. I just hate selling stuff.
I hear you.
I just hate dealing with the public. It's like when I find a young kid or something that's getting into bikes and he's excited about it, man, I practically give him stuff. I mean, I want him to love this. He's the next generation.
Yeah.
But dealing with people, I mean, oh man, I just can't. Dealing with marketplace, it's crazy.
I agree.
So
but you got to go meet that guy. So what? You meet him halfway or something? That's even worse.
yeah, I met him. I met him halfway, so he ended up buying that stuff and more stuff, and so he spent a good chunk of money with me, and it was all brand new. And I mean, the bags were all brand new. I basically just used them for mock
Mock up.
up. Yeah, I never run them down the road. and then he wanted a bunch of other stuff, and so he shows up late. He shows up just a half hour late, and then he knew that I was upset about it. I mean, I'm sure he could feel it, and then I was, I was ready to go. I had stuff going on. I didn't have time to sit there and wait an extra half hour. That's why we set a time.
Yeah.
And and so then um I says, let's open this stuff up. I started opening stuff up, and he's like, no, 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 you're above board. I can tell you just seem like a good guy,
Yeah.
and I'm like, man, you're spending this much money. I want you to open this stuff and look at it, and no, you're good. I'm like, all right.
So, wait,
And then,
what exactly did you sell them so people know? Like, what did you have in the boxes?
all right, so I had mirrors, like stock mirrors, stock fenders. I had the lowrider S front fender. I had a Road Glide front fender. I had the chopped rear fender, the bags, and that was all from not Hogworks, the other one, that Nasty Hog, and then just a couple other Road Glide stuff that he wanted to. That was just stock stuff I had, and but I'm like, let's look at it, and so I hadn't looked at that Road Glide front fender. Oh, and the side panels and the Road Glide side panels. I hadn't looked at them since I got my new stuff, which was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years. I mean, it was like right when I first got the bike,
Yep.
and so they've been sitting out in my basement in bubble wrap, and he asked me what color they were, and I said black. And then,
Like
and then he
everything
calls
else in
me
my
up,
garage.
right? Then he messaged me like 5 days later and says, well, you got me. Those aren't black. And I'm like, they're not? And he's like, well, they're black with a gray pinstripe. And I'm like, yeah, but what color are they? I mean, what color are they? I mean, they are black, right? And I just, even now, I'm actually looking at my bagger sitting behind the camera, and I'm like, oh, there is a pinstripe on there. I forgot all about. I mean,
Well,
nothing else has that pinstripe anymore.
Yeah. Well,
And
at least you drove an hour or something to meet up with him, so he's not going to know where you live. He can't come to your house now.
well, right, but I mean, oh yeah, yeah. I didn't need to get rid of the stuff, so I just
Yeah.
sooner or later, I'm gonna wish I didn't get rid of that stuff. I will wish I didn't get rid of it.
Oh yeah. Every time I
And
sell something, I always regret it.
yep.
So,
So
so
it's,
I'm done selling. I'm a full-time buyer from now on.
I'm building a full room in my barn, a second floor room just for storage of parts.
There you go. Yeah, it's nice to have pots because like I always think like when I take stuff off bikes, I'm like, never gonna use this, and then I go out and buy another Dyna or I buy another bike, and I'm like, oh shit, I got some cool covers that I could put on or something. So
Right, right.
but
And I'll have something. I had a set of wheels that I took off my bagger, and I moved those wheels around for years, for years. Okay, and then one of my buddies he had an older street glide or something that he was trying to build up, and just a younger guy with a family, just didn't have a bunch of money to dump into his bike, and I'm like, oh man, I got this stuff here. I'll make a great deal on it, and I did, and it wasn't a week later, I needed a bagger front wheel, and didn't have one, and I ended up, the thing is, so I sold it to him for like $125, $130. It was cheap,
yeah,
and then I go spend $500 to buy one. I mean, it's like that didn't even make no sense.
yeah, I know. Ugh. But well,
So, all right. So this actually, I have another question for you. A question that I was already planning on asking. So, at what point or when do you decide what you need to keep and what you need to get rid of? Because I mean, I keep everything, and I'm like, all right, I'm probably never going to use this, but maybe.
I know that's well. I'm the best at, like you said, keeping something for 4 years, throwing it away, and then needing it the next day. Like
Right, right.
I'm so good at that. So, well, I definitely didn't keep the belt. I cut that threw that right in the trash. But I'll keep every nut and bolt that it comes off a bike, or if I try to replace it with an ARP, I'll keep the bolt that I took off.
Oh, me
I,
too.
I don't know, like exhaust. I keep a lot of exhaust just in case I want to someday maybe make my own exhaust for my shovel head. So I like to have all the curves and straight pieces that I can have. I keep a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't know. Just, because every bike I get, the stuff I don't like at that current time, I take it off, throw it in the shed, throw it somewhere, and then I remember, 4 years later, I'm like, wait a minute, I think I might have something that I can make work with that, and I just don't like throwing away stuff.
I don't either. And
No.
and I always figure, at some point, somebody will want it, or somebody will need it, and
Yeah, like I even kept, so I had to cut my chain to length, so I had like 7 extra links. I kept that. like
well,
what am I gonna do with that?
the truth is, and now, to all honesty, that makes sense because you use the clip-on uh, link,
Yeah,
master link. So if you ever needed to extend that chain,
I
if
could.
you could take it apart and put that in there. I mean,
Oh, I'd have to run another master link, so I could run 2 master links.
well, I mean, but if it had to be done,
Yeah.
you
If
could
I
do
was
it,
in a pinch, and I
right?
had to go hang some wheelies, do some burnouts in the driveway.
I, I don't know what situation would ever put you in the need to add an extra link, but I mean, it is possible.
Well, I do know one thing: if I throw them away tomorrow, I will definitely need it.
I will find that situation.
Yeah. But
Oh, that's
yes,
hilarious.
the chain drive is complete on my Dyna. Chrome rear sprocket, gold chain. Friggin' thing is blinging. I can't wait to ride it. I took it off the lift. I rode it. I went up and down my driveway a little bit today just to check my clutch because I had to readjust my clutch and stuff. So I took it up and down my road today, did some burnouts, did some clutch drops, just to make sure the chain's going to be all right. If it's going to stretch a little bit. It probably won't stretch right away, but
Everything felt good.
everything felt good, felt tight and right. So that bike's
Did
ready
you
to
switch? Did you switch out to that Elite Moto grip or the lever?
lever. Not yet. I have not yet. I'm still up in the air. I'm like, do I put a Mueller in or do I put the Elite Tech on? I think I'm going to go with the Elite Mototech. But then the only thing I don't like about the Elite Mototech is I lose my thrash and supply clutch perch. So
What?
what?
Which part? You mean the part that clips on the back?
Yeah, that holds your clutch lever on, the little perch.
Like the whole thing?
See, you don't know because the newer bikes have that long thing, and that you don't have them. But so for the older bikes with the controls, you got
Right.
you got the switches, and then right next to it is like a perch that holds on the clutch lever, and on the other side it holds on the front brake lever.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if
I
I get
didn't. I didn't know.
if I get an Elite comes with the perch, its own perch to fit on their clutch lever.
Right.
So I'd lose my thrash and supply perch.
Well, this is the one time I will say that. I mean, Elite Moto, hands down, takes the cake over thrashing. I mean, I've never felt a lever. I mean, never ever have I felt a lever that is as smooth or that running on that bearing instead of, just grinding on that pin.
I know
Oh,
it is.
it's amazing.
I'm gonna order one after the show. All right, thanks.
Well, so yeah, and I was gonna ask you before we got into anything with my stuff. I was gonna ask you, like, how much do your friends influence your bad choices?
Oh my god! Well, that's the reason why. All right, so I just took my bike off the lift. That silver bike is on the lift now, so I got to do another chain drive swap on that bike. So we were all hanging out in my garage. Me, two buddies. We're just hanging out in the garage, talking Daytona. We're just talking bikes, like we always do. And he looks at me. He's like, you really should put a chain drive kit. If you're gonna be doing wheelies down Daytona on that bike, you really should put a chain drive kit on that thing. Because if you snap a belt down there, you're fucked. And I'm like,
Right.
yeah, you're right. And then my other buddy Joey's like, looking at his Dyna. He's like, yeah, you're right. If I yeah. So what do? As soon as he left, we ordered up 2 chain drive kits. so yeah,
Oh,
I don't do good with peer pressure. Like I always say, someone says do a burnout, I'm doing a burnout.
right.
So if somebody says you should put a chain drive kit on, it'll look cool. All right, I'll do it.
Right. Can't be a pussy all your life.
Yeah, right. Ride faster, pussy. I love those shirts. All right, so yeah, to wrap up my chain drive situation, everything went smooth. My Amazon race puller, right, to get the race
Yes.
off the main shaft, that was a little sketchy, I must say. So do you know how that works? It's like that little piece you put behind the bearing and it pulls it off.
Yep.
So that piece didn't quite fit over the main shaft. So it didn't just slide in behind the race.
Really?
Yeah, I had to modify the tool a little bit. I had to take a little bit off the sides, and then I had to pound it, like hammer it down behind
Right.
behind the race. But after I did that, I heated it up a little bit, and it came right off. So it pulled off. I was happy about that. I had my inner primary bearing in the freezer. Pulled that out. I have this nice.
Did it make a huge difference?
I think it did because literally, I have this nice bearing seal
Right.
kit, so I had the exact size that I needed. And a couple whacks, that thing just went right up against the clip. So it was. I think it was worth putting it in the freezer.
I've never done it. I have a press, so I just never done it.
No,
If it
sorry.
Worst comes to worst.
Well, I don't have a
No,
press.
I mean, but no. But the thing is the press is a pain because you have to get it in there where it's going to sit square. I mean, you can't push it in on an angle.
Yeah, true.
So I mean, if you don't have the right stuff underneath it to get the thing to square up on there, I mean, and sometimes it's just talk about being sketch.
Well, it was a little sketchy, doing it on the ground. I had a piece of 2x4, holding it up together, and I'm pounding on it. But yeah, it all came out good. Everything went back together smooth. Everything's torqued. I didn't take it for a long ride today, just up and down the street, but there's no leaks, so I was happy to see that. Yeah, and I'm ready to do another one. So let's get to your chain drive kit. So. Did you buy a whole kit, or are you piecing it together?
Well, I bought a kit, but I mean, well, I don't know. I don't even know if I bought a kit because
Well, how do you not know?
I was gonna buy a kit, and then I talked to my buddy who's got a shop and who's done a ton of chain drives, and he's like, no, I'll order you the stuff. He says, I know what stuff works best, and I believe him since everything he's got 180, 190 horse. I mean, it's just these guys are nuts, man. These guys are nuts. And speaking of bad influence.
Oh,
holy smokes!
What's the name of that shop?
Dark Side Concepts.
Concepts. That's right. They
So
started
there's
following
customs and
us.
Concepts.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I was wondering. I thought that was something to do with you.
Yeah, Nick's a good guy. He started off doing big wheel baggers and stuff, and
Gay.
it yeah, now he's doing. I mean, but now I mean, it just kind of. I mean, still think that's what I think that's his big money income. I mean, I know he's building a lot of performance stuff, but there's a lot of them guys still wanting big wheel baggers. I mean, just because we're talking like with the drags, just because it's not my thing doesn't mean I can't appreciate what it is. I mean,
Oh yeah, I
it,
mean, up around here, there's not really big wheel baggers. Like I was just talking to my buddy about this today. There's no big wheel baggers around here, but when I go to Daytona, dude, they're out in full force. They love them down there. So
right,
yeah,
big booming stereos and
yeah. Hey, I
yeah,
can appreciate that shit.
right. Yeah, I mean, it's just not. But if we all rode the same thing, then I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be boring, wouldn't it?
Oh, hey, that's funny you
So
say that because my dad told me that a long time ago. He said, "Bry, if everybody drove a F-150, it'd be pretty boring out there, wouldn't
right, we'd all be broke down.
it? We'd all be broke down with our pants off." Oh, wow. That's right.
Hilarious.
I forgot where you worked for a second. Sorry.
Yep, yep.
So, all right.
I am GM through and through.
Yeah, good for you. All right, back to your change advocate.
Yeah. So, okay. So this is I'm kind of getting out of the way here. So if anybody would have ever told me, I should let me start it differently. Nobody ever said when I said, you know what, I want to do my bike black, gold, and purple. No one ever said gold will be the most expensive thing you ever do on that bike. And then don't just go with a normal gold that you can powder coat or that everybody has. You should go with Bamco 24 karat gold because nothing matches it. I mean, in order to get Bamco 24 karat gold look, you kind of have to you have to use Bamco. I mean, they're just not. Now, mind you, it is the best looking gold. I mean, there is not another gold out there that looks as good. But, so we'll get further into it. So I'm doing the chain drive. I got the thing all tore apart. I'm doing the suspension. I'm doing front and rear suspension too. I'm doing a 14-inch RWD on the rear, and then on the front I'm doing the +2 eek.
G. Oh,
The
you told me. I can't
yeah
remember what it is
GP.
either.
I'm doing the
yeah.
GP. Yep.
Yep.
The GP +2s in the front, and then so I had already bought the +2 tubes, the black tubes, and just because you going with gold, you just don't. So that's one. So I have a buddy that's got a show bike, and he's got gold, and he went to one big show, and the judge said you'd have got first place if all your gold would have matched.
Ah, yeah, gold is tough though.
Yeah, because you cannot powder coat gold. It either comes out like a tan or it comes out an orange, but it just never looks gold. And I really wish I would have went with the powder coat color gold because it would have been way easier. Or even the the Olin's gold. Okay,
It's different.
that orange gold.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of things that what do they call it? Honey gold or something? I don't know. Anyway, so one of my buddies says, he says, you're down this far. He says, is it even a custom bike if the frame is stock? And I says, are you kidding me? I mean, I guess at this point, I mean, I'm only like 6 bolts away from having the motor and transmission out. And but when you think about it, you're a lot further than that because I mean, it's a wiring harness, it's the battery. Yes, I am 6 volts away from. So, anyways, I'm pulling the motor and transmission. I'm gonna go ahead and do the frame, and
You are? What are you gonna do to the frame?
I'm gonna powder coat it
What color?
purple.
Really?
Yup.
Nice.
Yeah.
But you already have those purple wheels, right? You're gonna powder coat the wheels purple.
I'm gonna do the wheels purple.
All right. Yeah. So that's
So
good. So
when I looked at
sorry, fucking motherfucker.
when I was looking when I was thinking in my head when he told because my buddy's like you need to do the frame purple, and I'm thinking man that's going to be way too much purple. It's going to be way too much, and then I started looking and it's like I really don't have hardly any purple on it. I got like little bits and pieces, but I don't have. The biggest thing I have are the rear struts that are purple.
Yeah, I noticed that. So, Indian Larry every year, there's a kid that shows up on a Dyna. I think it's a Dyna with a purple frame Dyna, black tins, and the bike. It looks sick. So, I think purple frame is gonna look good. And so is this the bike you're gonna bring to the barbecue?
Well, if it's done,
it's got to be done now. Everybody's gonna want to see this purple frame.
Oh, right.
FXTBLO, whatever the hell you call it.
Now, mind you, though, I mean, as I'm saying this, I work 70 hours a week. I mean, I probably average 70 to 75 hours a week.
Yeah, I hear you.
And you don't understand, but you hear me.
Yeah. I don't know what that's like, but yeah.
So I get home from work. I get home from work at 3:30, and I come right straight in the garage. I don't go in the house. I come right straight in the garage, and I work till 5. And I mean that's what I try to do every day. Because I'm one of them people that I can't go to work every day and not feel like I got anything for myself. Like I didn't do anything for me this week. All I did was work. I'm just not that guy.
Yeah, I can understand that. It makes you feel more fulfilled.
Right. I'll get burned out fast if I'm not getting anything done for me.
Yeah, well, that's like why I'm a morning person. Like I'll go on vacation. I'm a morning person. I like waking up, getting out of the place, just doing a bunch of shit in the morning, and then you feel like you still got the whole day left. It's great.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, you're ready to go to sleep at 8:30, 9 o'clock, but maybe it's just because I'm old.
Yeah, that's just you. That's not me. I 10:30, 11 is my max.
Yeah.
But so that's a good. I like this. So I didn't know you were gonna do a purple frame, and the motor's coming out. So.
Right. That's why I didn't talk to you this week. That's it for Dr. Harley. You don't have to do anything more to your motor. I'm not doing anything to make it faster. It's just going to be way better looking.
Oh God, Jesus. I mean,
I was on his live last night. I was listening to his live last night, and I said something. He was. What are you trying to make it faster? I want to see what we're doing, head to head. Yeah. So,
yeah, I like his lives are getting good. Every Wednesday night I'm in there, 8 o'clock. I'm listening to Dr. Harley.
Yep,
I'm liking it. So,
yeah, and I mean, so anybody listening to the podcast who's a big Dr. Harley fan, that I watch him and support him, and that's how I know about his bikes and what he's doing. So
I mean, you big horsepower guys, you guys, that's what you do. You
build
the bikes.
Right.
So you got fast bikes. I'm not into that stuff, but I can see where you're coming from. I was like that with my Mustang. I didn't put a Coyote motor in it just to cruise around. I want to go smoke some LS1 Camaros.
Yeah. Well,
But
yeah, but you always have the slow races.
oh, we're gonna have some slow races at the barbecue.
Yeah, I mean, you should be good at that with your bikes. I
I hope
mean,
so. I'm gonna practice.
that FXR is balanced perfect, right?
It sure is. Even though you've never ridden one, but
No, I said yours. You tell me it is, so
yeah,
I'm
I wouldn't lie to you.
right. So
Ah,
coming, going, stepping back at the FXR.
oh boy.
What what's your thought on like the what is it, the SNS 111? It, isn't that what isn't that what oh, what's his name over there thrashing? He runs in his, right?
Yep. Yeah. Yes.
And that
The
that seems to be the most popular motor to put in that thing. And
yeah the SNS V11 they call it.
yep,
I think it's because it mounts right up. You don't have to do anything. I'm pretty sure it's a motor. It's just a swap. It's just a motor swap. Um, yeah. I mean, I thought about that, but the Evo. I like the Evo. I like having a twin cam and an Evo. So I don't know.
isn't the V111 an Evo?
I think I think it is. You're right.
I,
Yeah, because it's got the
yeah,
Evo.
I still
Yeah, Evo motor
it's just a
mounts.
big inch. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why it bolts right up. And I don't even know if SNS makes those anymore. To be honest with you, I haven't heard like the twin cam swaps and the M8 swaps and the FXRs are so popular now. I don't think anybody's really putting the 111 in them.
Yeah.
But him
Well, I
and
mean that.
Lance and Cole Seeley, they both put 111s in their FXRs. So
And I mean, but that was years ago now too.
exactly. So
So I mean, it's now that, well, I mean the twin cam swap. I mean, they have that so dialed in that, I mean, it's almost, I mean, that's almost a plug and play thing too.
yeah,
I mean, because you can buy the pan that goes around the um
transmission.
all the frame, the cross member, right?
Yep.
So I
Well,
mean, you don't
I'm
even have to cut cross members out. You don't.
I'm watching Wheelo Skilo do his thing on his FXR twin cam swap. So I'm gonna learn some from him.
Yep, yep.
So
I
he's using a 2001 drivetrain.
right.
So that would be a good choice. Timken lower end. It would be a good choice.
Yeah, but he went through that motor already, right? Yeah, he went through the motor and stuff.
I
So,
think so. Yeah.
but the thing is, an '01, so it's an 88 inch,
Yep.
and I don't know. You know, my brain, the way my brain thinks. I mean, even if I was going to carburet it, I mean, why not have the 103 is so much better. I mean, at the end of the day, the 103 is just a better motor than the 88 was. And I mean, in my humble opinion,
I don't know. I
so
don't know. I don't know.
I mean, the reason I ask you about this is because, uh, you know, I've been looking at newer baggers, and I want to get an M8 Road Glide, and and the whole reason is because I just can't do with this twin cam what I'm doing with this M8, you know, and it's so easily. But it's the same exact bike. It just has an M8 in it, and I mean, I'm not trying to M8 swap this one. I mean, I'm not doing that. That's a no-brainer. But they do have the you know, like Fuel Moto has their FM 124 Outlaw. And I mean, they're getting 150 horse out of that thing. Um, but I just don't know what the longevity is. So that's with that Evo. I just curious what that 111. What's the longevity on it? Or just are people not long distancing them? And
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that question, to be honest with you, because I don't know. SNS, I never really I never really thought about putting a 111 in my FXR, so I never really
Yeah.
researched it. But
Well, because you haven't blown it up, But I mean, really, I mean, what if until you get to a situation where, I mean, where I was with this one, putting that 131 in it. I mean, I blew up that S&S 128 that I had in it,
yeah, true.
and I just otherwise I'd never swapped that motor out. And I mean that 128 ripped.
Yeah.
So
I mean, now that you're putting a purple frame, you're doing all this work. I'm kind of excited about this bike for you. This build. I'm here for the journey to
oh,
hear about this.
it's so much work.
Uh,
all It's all I can say is it's just so much. It's so much extra work.
I was kind of bummed. I took my bike off the lift yesterday, and I was kind of looking at it, and I'm like, I don't know what else to do to this bike right now. And I look over at my FXR, and it's like, I don't really have anything to do. But so they're ready for the summer, and I kind of hope I get some better ideas by the end of next summer or something to do to them over the winter. But both my bikes, all three of my bikes right now, are ready for the summer of 26.
Well, what color is the frame on the FXR?
Black.
Stock black?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, eh.
Yeah. No, because if I was ever if I blow up that Evo and I have to take the motor out, I'd probably do another Evo, nice and clean, and I'd love to chrome the frame of that Evo. I mean that FXR.
Right.
A chrome frame with a nice, clean looking Evo, nice Arlen Ness ball and milled covers on it, with that teal color and some chrome wheels. Oh my God! Maybe that's what I have to do next winter.
Right. Right. It's it's the next thing. It's just the next step in the evolution of what you're doing.
You know any
I mean,
You know any chromers up there in that area?
so I was looking around for like gold platers and stuff, and there is one up here, but I never got a hold of them any further. I was actually, so I was, my next thing with, if I'm going to do the frame, I mean, how do you do the frame and have all that custom done and then not put a billet swing arm in it?
Yeah, I know. I was going to ask you that, but yeah.
I mean, I'm like, and I wasn't planning on doing a billet swing arm, but I'm like, how do you not put a billet swing arm in there? And so I might talk to Ryan over there at Bamco and uh, see if I can just get like that Trask arm, that billet arm, and then just have him gold plate it. And
oh wait, a gold plated swing arm?
well, you can't make it purple; it'll just match right in with the rest of the thing.
All right. You know what? That's another. I'd love to put a Brox swing arm on my FXR. That would be cool.
Is it a Brox or is it Vidi? That is it. Isn't that the one they sells that Vitali or Vidi or?
Well, I know Brox makes one for my bike,
Oh,
for the
okay.
FXR. Yeah,
All right.
it does. It comes just raw, but I could polish it and make it look pretty sick. But then again, my FXR already has a chrome swing arm, stock one. So do I buy a swing arm for the Dyna and chrome that?
Heck yeah! Everything needs to be.
Well,
This it just can keep growing and growing and just get.
well,
Of course, I said something to my wife about it today, thinking that she was going to be the voice of reason. I thought for sure she was going to be the voice of reason and be like, no. And she's like, well, what time? When are you doing your trip? And I says, well, I think because it's the end of June, right?
June 14th is the barbecue.
Yeah, and that's so. I mean, we're talking what, 5 months?
Yeah.
And she says, you got 5 months?
Yeah, well,
And she's like, if if it gets time that you're supposed to be riding, she says you have another bike.
Yeah.
Like, so you can still ride. It's not like this puts you down where you have nothing to ride.
Yeah.
And
Well, that was how my brain worked when I sold my Road Glide. I was like, oh, perfect. I can put more money into the 2 bikes that I have because I had, having like all those bikes. This is just my brain. Having all those bikes, trying to put money into each bike was just killing me. So I'm like, if I get rid of one, and then I can just focus on making the, 2 or 3 that I have really friggin' cool. And so yeah, so I should be putting swing arms on them.
but that Road Glide was really cool.
I know. I don't want to talk about it 'cause I don't want to start regretting selling that bike. 'Cause I
Can I say one more thing?
I guess.
Your lineup of your bikes in your garage. Right next to the big hoist with your Mustang up there floating, and I mean, looking at all the Moroso stuff hanging. I mean, dude, that was just. Hey, it just
What?
added that Road Glide was, it was just part of the whole effect, and now it's going to be missing something. It's like a hole in your life.
Yeah, well, it'll get replaced. Don't worry. I got to focus on the FXR and the Dyna, which I am. I mean, the Dyna is like, I don't know if you know this, but the Dyna is a very it's like a sleeper. Like having a Chevy Caprice with a friggin' 454 in it. So in the stunt world, like that Dyna, except for the rear fender isn't chopped, but everything else is done, like oil pan mod, carb mod, chain drive, everything, and it's still got mirrors. It's got the blinkers on it, and my horn doesn't work. I noticed that today. My horn does not work on the Dyna. So time to see what's up with that. Not like I ever use a horn, but
right, it's a wiring issue.
Obviously,
either it's a wiring issue or a bad horn, right? So
yeah.
I know how you love wiring. It's only 2 wires.
Well, that's the thing. Like, so on the left side switch, I have the high beam, low beam, and my left turn
And
signal,
horn.
and
Right.
the horn, and everything else works on that hand switch. Everything on that side works except for the horn. So it's got to be. I mean, the wire. All it is just it just clips into the horn. That could have just fell off. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like I said, it's only 2 wires, and I'm sure it's a hot in the ground.
Yeah.
So I mean, so you just go in there with a test light and
Yeah.
make sure when you hit the button, you're.
Or it could be the button. The button might not be making contact, but who knows? I'm not even worried about it. I don't think I've ever used a horn. Anyways.
Right. Right.
I remember one day.
It's kind of just an eyesore right there anyway.
You're right. I should just get rid of it.
Yeah.
On my FXR, the previous owner had mounted it like underneath the bike, and
Right.
a couple years ago, I took off from my house and the horn fell off in front of my neighbor's house, and he's like, "I think something fell off your bike as you drove by." I'm like, "Well, it doesn't surprise me, but what the hell was it?" And I go over there and there's a horn sitting in the grass, so like, oh, that was what it was.
Nice.
Yep. Well, we discussed chain drives. We found out that Ethan's going to powder coat his frame purple. I'm excited about that. We did not talk about any tools that we were going to recommend, so that'll be next episode. Because
I think it's going to be. I'd like to do it more often than less often. I think we ought to make it like the Jim knows, or the beer tasting, or is because I have, like I said, I've definitely found that there's just some tools that it's okay to buy mid-grade, and I don't really buy any cheap tools anymore, but mid-grade's okay, and but there has to be something said for the upper end too. I mean, there's a difference in some of that stuff.
Yeah,
So,
well, like for instance, that Amazon race puller that I bought I think it was $28, and the gyms one is like $330. So
Right.
do you buy 15 of the Amazon cheap ones compared to the one gyms? I mean, it got the race off. I had to modify it a little bit, but it got the race off, and hopefully it works again because like I said, I got another chain drive kit to do, and he wants to do the inner primary bearing on his too, so I got to pull that race off. So hopefully it works again. I'll let you know.
And when you're pounding on that thing and pounding it in, and you're grinding stuff on it, I mean, aren't you glad that you're grinding on a $30 tool rather than a $300 tool?
Yeah,
I mean, at the end of the day,
you got a good point there. Yeah.
When I need a short stubby socket, I don't go into Snap-on stuff. I look for my old an old Craftsman or something that I can cut down and can I? Oh, I can. Can I turn around right here a second? Am I allowed to do this?
I don't know.
I did purchase this. It's a magnet. It's a magnet mat.
Oh, cool. Oh, it's like those old school. It looked like a pan that you stick on the side of your toolbox. It was a magnetic.
Yeah, and it's well, you can't see it, can you?
Yeah, I can see it.
So that thing. So the first time I saw one of them was on a Mack truck, and it was I want to say that it was $170. And I'm like, whew. That was exactly I'm like, whew. Because I was going to buy it. I mean, even at $70, I would have bought it. That's how awesome it was. And I'm like, I just can't. That one was $30, and it's amazing. It's amazing. So
just as good.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well,
I mean, I don't know. I haven't had one of the expensive ones, so I wouldn't know.
Well, it just doesn't say Mac on it, so it's not.
Right.
So
that's where I mean it's. If you haven't had, if you never let yourself go to the best, then you won't know what you're missing.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. But well. All right, we're gonna wrap it up tonight. That was enough. Hour and 12 minutes.
That was a great episode, man.
Oh, speak for yourself, buddy. We'll see what the people say.
This is what happens when we don't talk all week, because we got all our normal conversation was right now.
That was a purple frame. I'm still excited about that. That's way beyond what you would ever do. So we're gonna be talking about that. But for now, if you're on YouTube and you're watching this, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us what color Ethan should do his frame. But I think purple's the winner.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Purple's the only option.
Right. The Ride Life Podcast on Instagram. And Ethan is Rigid Sport 05 on Instagram. And it's not spelt the right way.
Right. It's RIGID.
Yeah. So he went to Michigan schooling.
And I posted my first video this week on YouTube.
That's right. Yeah, go check that out. Rigid Sport on YouTube too. So.
And it'll be hopefully at some point we'll get things kind of linked in to the Ride Life. So.
Yep. So. All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you. We will see you next Tuesday.
See ya.